you want to start 2026 ahead of the competition? It starts with a plan. I'm going to show you how. Let's dig into a couple ways that I'm thinking about planning 2026 and how you can as well. All right, let's dig in. So planning right now, number one, is going to help set you up for consistency. A lot of people kind of like to wait and see. Oh, we'll see how things are going. And I have found the wait and see method is not the greatest method. Okay. So think right now, start planning ahead, start thinking about what kind of business you want to have, what kind of life do you want to have in the new year. Don't wait until the end of December. The planning really starts happening now. And part of that is looking at what you've done the last 12 months. Where do you want to go? Where do you want to be? What kind of income goals do you have? What's worked? What didn't work? It takes time to figure that out, but it starts now. The second thing I would say is start with your business goals. What revenue do you want to make? Where are you at right now with your revenue? A lot of folks, it's been a really tough market for a lot of people in the real estate industry. If you're a small business owner, it's been tough, right? There's a lot going on politically, economically, and there's just a lot happening. So you might be having a great year. You may not be having a great year. Everyone's a little bit different. What income goals do you want to hit next year? Are there some other things that you need to do? Do you need to diversify your income? Do you need to think about different revenue sources? And then what is going to move the needle forward to make that happen? If you want to increase what you've been doing, from this year through next year, you probably need to do more of the same, but also change things up, right? So look at that. That's important. The third thing I always recommend is create a 12-month marketing plan. And the way we do this typically is we will pick a theme for each month, have a theme for each month. And then with that theme, you can take your content and create a lot of content around that one theme. We're going to talk all about Instagram. And with that theme, we'll create some content live for our Get Social Smart Academy. We will do masterclass. We'll do some content here on YouTube. We'll do some Reels or TikTok. And when you have a theme, it's a lot easier to create a lot of content and sprinkle it in a lot of places than sort of be all over the map. Having a monthly theme really does make a big difference. So think about that. Think of the different people you want to work with. Who do you love to work with? And then are there some themes that you can theme out? I mean, for example, if you're in real estate, you might have a theme 1 month just on first-time homebuyers. Or maybe you love working with folks who are empty nesters. That could be one big theme, and then you could create some content around that. The next thing I would recommend for planning out 2026 is think of your pillar content. This is something we've been doing for a long time. I recommend thinking, is there some pillar content, like big content pieces that you could create throughout the year? Maybe one piece every month or a couple pieces every month that you can then kind of splice up. So for example, for us, oftentimes we've got a big masterclass, we've got a big YouTube video, or we've got a podcast, and that's a pillared piece of content. And out of that, we can splice out Reels, we can splice out TikToks, we can create graphics or Instagram stories. But it's a lot easier to start with something big and then slice it up into something small. This is one of the things we talked about in one of our earlier videos. It's why I use a lot of AI tools like Descript and Canva to take those big chunks of content and then splice them up and repurpose and make those smaller clips. It just makes things so much easier. And then the final tip I really recommend is if you've never gotten yourself into a schedule for creating content, now is the time. A lot of people go, gosh, I've been thinking about doing this forever. You just have to bite the bullet. Look at your schedule and figure out when you can do it. Is it once a week? Is it twice a month? Is it once a month? For me, I usually set aside at least 1 or 2 hours once a month where I'm going to batch a lot of content. And what that means is like the day before, I'm thinking about what it is I'm going to create. I've got my notes like I've got right here. I'm thinking about it. I'm going to set time to make sure I recorded the content. And then afterwards, I'm going to set aside some time to edit it. It's got to be just part of your business like anything else, just like any other lead generating activity. So when you think about your business, you probably have lots of different lead generating activities. This has to be treated like that, and it has to be on your calendar, and it has to be just as important. And one little bonus tip I'm going to give you, I actually was mentioning this inside of our academy recently. When you're a business owner and you've got it on your calendar to record content, life happens, right? Things happen, right? The sink backs up. You got to have a plumber come over. Can you meet with me right now? I want to hire you. And like things are going to get moved around. If you have to reschedule your content planning, do not delete it from your calendar. Reschedule it. Okay, so that's my bonus tip, because oftentimes I'm like, I can't do it Thursday at 10 a.m. Reschedule it. Don't delete it from your calendar. Okay, so there you go. Let's set yourself up for success in 2026. Like I said, I know there's a lot going on in the world, in the market, but you know what you can control is you can control your plan, and you can control how you show up. So I would love to hear from you. What are some of the things you are thinking about or you're working on for 2026? Do you have a goal? Do you have a content goal? Bye for now.